So this is problem number 12 from set B, exam 1. So whenever you're given just one trig ratio and you have to find the rest, and a little bit about something else, for instance, it's telling you sine theta is negative, that tells me I will go for the trig identities. And when tan theta is given, I do want to use this particular trig identity. Okay, tan square theta plus 1 is equal to secant square theta. Now, I'm going to use algebra to calculate the value of secant theta, and I'll do it very carefully, okay? I'll try not to make a mistake. 3/5 squared plus 1 is equal to secant square theta. Now, 3 squared is 9, and 5 squared is 25. I'm going to write it as follows. Need a little bit of room, so I'm going to push things this way. Now, I'm going to show you this step, but you really want to know this by now, okay? I'm going to write 25/25. Now, when you have the same denominator, what do? We add the numerators. 9 plus 25. 9 plus 25 is 34. So I'm going to write, and I'll do it here if you don't mind. Secant, I'm going to write it properly, okay? So secant square theta, let me make it a little smaller. Hopefully you will be able to see it. You have the question, it's the same problem from our exam. Secant square theta is 34/25. So what about secant theta all by itself? We take the square root of both sides, and what do we get? And I want to make sure I have plus minus here. Now, square root of 34 is 34. Sorry, square root of 34 is square root of 34. But square root of 25 is 5. And that's what I'm going after. Square root of 25 is 5. Now, I have to decide if my value of theta is positive or negative, and that's very important. In the question, it says sine theta is negative. I can totally see tan theta is positive. If sine theta is negative, cosine theta has to be negative. And remember, guys, cosine and secant are reciprocals. They will have the same sign. So secant theta has to be negative. Once again, tan is positive. If tan is positive, the signs for sine and cosine must be the same. Sine is negative, so cosine has to be negative. If cosine is negative, secant has to be negative. Now, let's pause here. Let's make sure you get this. All right. I'm going to erase everything. Okay. I need the room, and I will save this. Okay. Done. I did find one. I know secant theta. Well, if I know secant theta, I can easily find the reciprocal and find cosine theta. That's also easy. Let's do that. Okay, so I found two. I found secant and cosine. Now, if I know tangent, I know cosine, I can find sine. So let's do that nicely. Let's put these two answers, the two basic answers right here. So tan theta is 3 over 5. So I'm going to write the original formula. Tan theta is equal to sine theta divided by cosine theta. Now, I know two of the items here. All right, I'll tell you what I mean. I know tan theta is 3/5. It's given. Tan theta is 3/5 and it's given. And cosine theta, I calculated 2 seconds ago. It's negative 5 over square root of 3. You can see. Not square root of 3, square root of 34. Now, from this equation, okay, from this equation, I am going to find the value of sine theta by cross multiplying. Now, I don't know how you do it. One way to do it is really multiply both sides by this, and you'll be fine, okay? So I'm going to write sine theta is equal to this 3/5 times negative. I'm going to put my negative here. I can't forget it, but I'm just going to put it here outside 5 over 5 over 34. All I did here, guys, I multiplied this by this. You can call it cross multiplication. You can pretend there is a 1 here. 1 times sine theta is this, and these two things multiplied will give you this. Okay, that's what we're trying to do. I'm going to erase my scratch work. So this one, I can cancel 5 and 5. I'll show you what I'm doing, and hopefully I will be left with 34. I can cancel this and this, and I'll be left with negative 3 over radical sine 34. Now, I will need, no, I have plenty of room if you don't mind. I am done, almost done. I have to find cosecant theta, and that's very easy if you know sine theta. Cosecant theta, secant theta is reciprocal of sine theta. Done. I have all my answers right here. Let's highlight them nicely. One answer. The second one. The third one. And the fourth one. All my answers are here. Hope that helps.